Here's my review of Elemental. I liked this movie. I heard a lot of people saying that they didn't like it. I didn't understand the hate. I thought it was a lot of fun. We follow Ember and Wade, who are obviously opposites, fire and water, in Element City. And this is kind of one of those things. I mean, Pixar's been doing this for a long time. I mean, Toy Story, What If Toys Had Feelings, and now we're with Elements. But this movie actually is pretty unique, as it is kind of like Pixar's first romance movie, I feel like. And I thought this movie was actually a lot of fun. I don't know why that many people didn't like it. And this movie is actually a very like obvious metaphor, I think, for interracial couples. And with Ember's dad being kind of very traditional and her dad actually not wanting her to date Wade because he's water. And Ember's dad, obviously, he's not happy when she's dating somebody from like the waterland and stuff like that, which kind of can tie back to real world stuff, as some cultures are like that. And there are obviously a bunch of metaphors. This is clearly a metaphor for interracial dating. And I just thought that this was a pretty fun movie. I mean, the animation is obviously amazing, and it is Pixar's very first love story that I can think of. And I feel like we're all thinking it. Fire Boy and Water Girl, except it's Fire Girl and Water Boy. I was thinking it, you were thinking it, so I just had to point out the obvious. And I will say that this movie does have a big climax, but it doesn't really feel like it needed to, with there being a flood, and then Wade almost has to like sacrifice himself to save Ember. But I mean, he doesn't die, so it's like not like it really matters. Well, he kind of dies, but then he gets like resurrected or whatever. But like, it's still a happy ending. But yeah, it's not anything amazing. By Pixar standards, it's not as good as their other ones, obviously. I mean, like Toy Story, The Incredibles, Ratatouille. But this movie isn't that bad, and I heard a lot of people hating on it, but I thought it was a pretty fun movie. I didn't really understand what all the hate was about. I thought it was pretty good. And yeah, like I said, I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really liked kind of seeing the different cultures of the fire people as opposed to the water people. That was pretty interesting. And you could obviously see the parallels between real cultures, and it's pretty interesting to see, but just in a fictional way. But overall, I thought that this movie was actually quite a bit of fun. I mean, I didn't understand why people didn't like it. I thought it was good. I'd recommend it.